What's going on, everybody? Oh, what? Did you think I was gonna jump scare you in an October video? Please, that is far too predictable. Now, see, what I'm gonna tell you all is that I actually got to go to this year's Fright Fest over at Six Flags Magic Mountain thanks to my cousin, and it was a ton of fun. I really liked what they did with the prosthetics. I thought they did a good job decorating the park, but of course, the main attraction, as always, are the haunted houses. They had 8 this year, and we actually got to ride every single one. So of course that made me want to put them all in a list and put it in a video so that anybody who's going in the last week that we have here can get a slight idea of which one should be avoided and which one should be prioritized. So without further ado, let's get into it. This is my ranking of all 8 haunted houses at this year's Fright Fest. But I think we're gonna need a bit of a change of venue and myself, so let me get to that real quick. I'm a nuclear powered ghost. Cool. Shit. Sewer of Souls was by far the worst out of all the haunted houses. The first 3 rooms were literally dedicated to feces, and there was only one memorable moment in the entire haunted house, which was when you're walking across a bridge and it looks like you're actually about to fall to your death. That's very cool. I do kind of like the idea of a sewer rave, but I didn't really feel like they did anything cool with it besides that one thing, and literally the first 3 rooms are piles of shit. I don't know what else to say about this thing. It sucked. Don't go on it. The Condemned was really cool. Again, a monster house frat party. Really neat idea. Executed very well. The decorations were awesome. I like all the designs. The only problem that's not higher is that it doesn't really feel like there's anything memorable besides one moment where a scare actor made me laugh when I asked them about why a certain dead body was missing their head. Besides that, while it's very good, very well made, there really wasn't anything memorable about it, which is why it's here at number 7. Great! The Conjuring has one of the best starts in all the haunted houses. The main issues are after that. It feels way too long without too much going inside of it. While there are some cool nods to the movies, there just doesn't feel like there's that much intensity behind them. The nods are there, the intro's super good, but it feels too long with not too much excitement going inside of it, which is why it's currently here. Aftermath 2 Chaos Rising has really good sets, really good costumes, but remember how I said The Conjuring was too long? Yeah, double that, and now you have this haunted house. Unfortunately, there are plenty of long stretches where it's kind of in between scares and there's kind of not too much to look at, not too much is going on. And whenever you do get scared, because a lot of this is kind of just open space, you just have to awkwardly watch just the scare actor now just kind of stands there like an NPC as they kind of reset without any props hiding them. It's kind of weird, it's too long, and the smoke machines go a little too crazy at times, just completely blinding you and causing you to kind of easily possibly just crash into objects, which I nearly did multiple times. It is very well made, I do really enjoy it, but it really needs to be condensed.
Do you want to play a game?
Saw X is coming in with a disadvantage. It was the very last haunted house that we rode, and it was basically about 20 minutes before the park actually closed. We were finally able to get inside. So they had us going in big groups, and they had us all kind of rushing through it. So there is a chance that I didn't get to experience everything, because there was no story in this one. Of all the rides that should have had a story tied along to it, it should have been the Saw one. We should have gotten Jigsaw saying, "Do you want to play a game?" We should have slowly edged through all the rooms, because there are amazing props in these. They recreated so many of certain traps from the franchise. It was insane how good the detailing was. All the actors also did a phenomenal job. The scenery was really good as well, and it really felt like we were going through the Saw universe. Granted, because I think we're being rushed, I don't think we got to fully experience this ride to its full potential. That being said though, it still gets 4th place for how amazing the props were, how good the freaking scare actors were, and the idea itself. I have a feeling there has to be more to it, because it really wasn't too scary as just unnerving seeing some of these traps in person. Vault 666 Unlocked really surprised me. I actually have gone through it a few years back, but I did not care for it. However, now it seems like they've revamped it. They did a lot of changes because it was awesome. I loved it. It actually felt like you were going through a vault that had been doing tons of unethical experiments on people through a mixture of dark magic, technology, and it actually felt like I was going through a vault, kind of like in Fallout, getting to see what's going on, piecing it together. The actors all did really great, the props and the scenery was really good, and it was just all in all a really good experience. It was a fantastic way to start. It was the first actual haunted house we went to on today, and it really set a really good bar. I had tons of fun, and it's finally feeling like it's living up to the name of something called Vault 666. They could easily do more with it, but for what it is, really good. I loved it. Willoughby's Resurrected is the definition of short and sweet. While it may not be the longest experience, it honestly is one of the quickest ones to go through. They executed it perfectly. The theme is you are walking through a haunted, creepy, old, abandoned mansion, Except there are still some entities in there, and they are very creepy, very weird, and perfectly acted by all the cast. It was tons of fun. I loved going through there. I was really wanting to take my time just to examine everything because it's just so well made. All the props, scenery, just the music, everything was just great about it. I had a blast, and honestly, I want to go through it again just to check it out more. It was really cool, and I highly recommend it. It does not take long to get to or go through. It's entirely worth it.
Truth or dare?
Truth or Dare's setting is an old school family game show. However, thanks to some behind the scenes circumstances, it is now changed into Squid Games rather than being Minute to Win It. Everything in this haunted house, from the props to the costumes, the set pieces, all are top tier. There is no other haunted house in this park that is as well made. There are so many memorable moments, there are some great stunt work from some of the actors, and also every single actor in this house knocks it out of the park. They absolutely kill it, and I also just love the music. It sets you into the mood as you're going up to it, and then perfectly changes into a horror experience when you get through those doors and you experience the opening of this whole thing. It was so good, and I absolutely loved it. If you only have one ticket to go to one haunted house, or you have some extra time, no question about it, Truth or Dare should be on that must experience list. Go write it if you have not, and if you already have, then you know what I'm talking about. It was so good, and I absolutely loved it. So that's my final ranking of all the haunted houses, and just a reminder, I know I ranked them from worst to best, but honestly none of them, except number 8, are actually bad. I think all of them have merits to them, I think all of them stand out in their own right, and they're all worth your time to go see. I just think personally that the top 3 are the ones that are most worth it. You should definitely prioritize getting to experience them over the others. But also, again, remember, my Conjuring and Saw experience were kind of muddied by kind of being rushed by the staff near the end due to some malfunctions in the Conjuring ride and also just being short on time with Saw. There's a chance that if I got to experience them longer, that I actually would have enjoyed them more. And I'm also positive just fans of those horror franchises are going to rank them higher on the list because they are very well done when it comes to paying homage to those series. I do recommend people going and check these out if you're going, and honestly just have a blast. Happy Halloween to anybody that's currently celebrating. I'm curious as to what your personal rankings would be and what you think of mine, because I know for a fact mine are going to be different than a lot of other people's. Have a good day, and I'll see y'all next time I do a list like this. Don't know when that'll be, because I don't always get to go to Fright Fest or holiday-themed moments at parks, but I'll see y'all next time. Later, everyone.